Well, good morning, Sutter Creek. Welcome to my garden. I have two boxes, and they are growing something. Something has come out, and we have here nasturtium, cilantro, something. I don't think it's coming out here. A lot of lettuce. The green onions are struggling. Perilla leaves, cucumber, a little bit of kale, and the squash is going good. Kale, and then some more squash over there. So, my sweet Italian squash is overdue. So I'm going to pick it here. I was told I'm supposed to pick it much sooner than this, but got busy. So I'm going to cut it at the stem here. Wow, it's harder than I thought. Okay, there we go. Monster Italian squash. I'd say it is over a pound. I'm going to take it in, slice it up, and cook it in my stew. So stay tuned for that. Well, welcome to my little kitchen, and here I have washed the giant Italian sweet squash, and you notice that there are some bite marks here. Could be from a rabbit. So I did wash this squash very well just to wash off the rabbit saliva. And I'm going to cut it into little pieces. And of course there are many wonderful ways to cook squash. One interesting way I saw on the YouTube was someone putting it in an air fryer, little slices, and putting it in an air fryer to cook, and I think that would be quite delicious way. But today I'm going to cut it into little pieces and put it into my stew, and so that I can enjoy this miso soup stew that has many other vegetables. So I'm going to cut off a little piece and test it and taste this to see. It's very fresh, very juicy and crunchy, and very sweet. So I think this is going to be great because it just got picked from the garden, and it's going to go right into the soup that I will eat now. I'm just going to put in a little bit of squash because there is already some other vegetables in the soup, so I don't want to overcrowd it. I just cut it into little pieces so it'll cook faster. Okay, I think that's enough, and I'll save the rest for last. If you have some great suggestions for cooking and preparing squash, you can share with myself and the other church members, and let them know how you prepare the squash. So here is my stew that has already been prepared with some tofu and some mushrooms, potatoes, and onions. And I'm going to add this fresh garden squash to the stew and let it simmer just for a few minutes before I take it out, and then I will enjoy it with some brown rice. And that is, yes, a wonderful harvest from the garden. So once it's all done, cooking for just a few minutes, then I will take it out and try it. Stay tuned. Alright, after a few moments of cooking, it looks like it's all ready, and I'm going to try this soup here, and it's very hot, so I'll let it cool off a bit, but I'm going to try this squash that I just picked from the garden and put in. It's delicious. It's great. The flavors are really coming out and contributing to this soup. There's also other vegetables, so the combination of all the vegetables together makes a very hearty, very rich, flavorful dish. Here's some tofu. Now, some of you are asking the question, what is miso? Well, if you've been to a Japanese restaurant, they have miso soup. And miso is fermented soybeans. The Korean version, which this is called doenjang, fermented soybeans. So I don't know the exact difference between miso and doenjang, except that it looks a little different in the color and the texture. So I believe they prepare it little differently. So this is technically the Korean fermented soybeans, soybean soup, and it is a rich, flavorful soup with the vegetables. Very good. Now I usually put slices of jalapeno pepper in here to give it some kick. But this time I decided to try serrano peppers, which I had never tried before. I can tell you serrano peppers is hotter than jalapeno. It was good. I was able to handle it. And it did add that powerful kick that some people like. Very delicious to have all of the vegetables combined together. So I hope that you enjoyed this video on from the farm to the fork, or from the garden to the plate, sweet Italian squash. Take care.